Hello, kids. Today, I am going to tell you a story about the princess and the salt. Long ago, in a bright and busy kingdom, there lived a wise king with 3 daughters. The eldest princess was named Rose, the middle one was named Pearl, and the youngest was named Lena. Rose was elegant, Pearl was clever, and Lena was quiet but kind, with eyes that sparkled like morning dew. One sunny morning, the king called his daughters to the throne room. "I am growing old," he said, smiling softly. "Before I choose who will rule the kingdom after me, I want to know how much each of you loves me. Tell me, my daughters, how great is your love?" Rose stepped forward first. She tossed her golden hair and said, "Father, I love you as much as all the gold in the world." The king's chest swelled with pride. Gold was precious. Pearl came next. She bowed and said, "Father, I love you as much as the finest jewels, rubies, emeralds, and diamonds." The king clapped his hands happily. Jewels were rare and beautiful. Then it was Lena's turn. She thought for a moment, then looked up at her father and said quietly, "Father, I love you as much as salt." The throne room went silent. The king's smile faded. "Salt?" he repeated, puzzled and offended. "Plain, common salt? You love me no more than that?" Rose and Pearl hid their giggles behind their hands. Salt seemed small and boring, next to glittering gold and sparkling jewels. The king grew angry. "If that is how little you value me," he said sadly, "then you must leave this palace until you learn respect." Lena's heart ached, but she bowed and left without another word. She loved her father too much to argue. She walked into the world, carrying nothing but a small bag of bread and her gentle courage. Days passed. Without Lena, the palace felt colder. Still, the king refused to call her back. One day, a traveling cook came to the castle. She was known everywhere for preparing the most delicious feasts. The king, curious and proud, asked her to prepare a grand dinner for him in the court. The cook smiled kindly, for of course, she was Lena in disguise. That evening, the table was covered with wonderful food: stews, soups, roasted vegetables, warm bread, and sweet-smelling pies. Everything looked perfect. The king took the first bite. He frowned. Another bite. He grimaced. Something was terribly wrong. "This food has no flavor," he exclaimed. "It is all dull," the courtiers whispered. The cook stepped forward and bowed. "My king," she said gently, "there is only one thing missing." "What is it?" the king demanded. "Salt." The cook slowly removed her hood. It was Lena. The king's eyes grew wide. In that moment, he understood. Without gold, people could still live. Without jewels, life could still go on. But without simple, humble salt, even the finest feast was tasteless. He rose from his throne and hurried to his daughter, tears shining in his eyes. "My dear Lena," he said, voice trembling, "forgive me. I did not understand. You love me in the most important way, quiet and steady, like salt that gives everything its flavor." Lena smiled and hugged him tightly. "I love you in a way that makes life better," she said softly, "every single day." From that day on, the king valued kindness over glitter and wisdom over shiny things. He invited Lena back to the castle and asked her to help him rule, because she understood what truly mattered. And in the royal kitchen, a little bowl of salt was always placed in the center of the table, a small reminder of a very big love. And they lived happily, warmly, and wisely ever after. So kids, that's all for today. If you like our story, please press the bell icon. See you next time with another story.